Hi guys, I am Sahiba Bali, and first off, I am so sorry that I couldn't physically be there today due to some work commitments that I could not avoid, which actually brings me to the topic of the talk I wanted to give today, which was the art of juggling. I hope you can forgive me, and yeah, this is going to be exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I don't know if you all have seen jugglers, but I'm sure you know who a juggler is. This immensely talented person who can toss multiple objects in their hands with the right balance, and when they do so, people pay hundreds of dollars, sometimes go to Vegas to see them perform. But it's not just a performance, it's an art. And I feel like I have been a juggler all my life. The TED Talk folks here today, the organizers, said that I am a content creator, an actor, and a marketeer. But I think instead my business card should say Sahiba Bali, juggler. In fact, this is not only true for me, it's true for half of the speakers here today, and I'm assuming they're sitting in the front row. So they should also be just called XYZ, juggler. And the thing is, it's not a bad thing. Because can you imagine a juggler just tossing one thing in their hand? In that context, they'll be playing catch and catch with themselves. Even if they do so brilliantly, the main oomph or the awe factor of a juggler is that they can handle multiple things thrown at them and strike the perfect balance. And when they do so, it's magic. People applaud them. But the sad thing is, unfortunately, society has always told us to focus on one thing, whether it's career. And even in career, we know our traditional careers, which is banking, lawyer, engineering, doctors. But if like in the recent few years, there have been a magnitude of new career opportunities that have come up. Comic illustrator, graphic designer, YouTuber, gamer, sneakerheads, you name it. And all very, very potential career opportunities, extremely flourishing. But what if I told you there's another dimension altogether? A multiverse, if you may, of say a marketing YouTuber, or a engineering singer, or a investment banking dancer. All of them might sound weird to the ears right now, but in fact they are living, breathing examples. Case points, people around you as well. Because there is absolutely no way, and I'm not ready to believe this, and that's why I can say this in guarantee, that you guys sitting there, the students right now listening to our TED Talks, that you're only good at one thing. This does not happen because humans are not manufactured that way, but society has made us believe it. The fact is, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that people have identified their own skill set and talents and capitalize on these opportunities. For example, how many of you were cooking in the first wave of COVID? Everyone was sitting at home cooking. How many people created dalgona coffees or made banana bread or were eating pasta left, right, and center? But as a result of this, how many cloud kitchens actually came up in Delhi NCR? In Delhi alone, there were 7,500 cloud kitchens during the first wave and the second wave. This is because people identified saying, hey, I really enjoy this. I am probably really good at it and I can do something about it. Similarly, so many content creators have just come up in the last 2 years, each with a specific genre: lifestyle, travel, gaming, health, fitness, sexual health, sports. And only because they said that I have this skill, I can do something about it while retaining their original career as well. And this is something that happened with me too. I knew I could talk. I've been acting since I was 4 years old. I travel all the time. I understand food really well. Being the only child, I've always been responsible for my own entertainment and others, and people found me funny. And just by the virtue of having these few personality traits, I created 2 career paths, which is an actor and a content creator. Content creator extremely recently, by the way, while still retaining my career and my job, which is handling brand marketing at Zomato, because I studied economics in my undergrad and marketing in my postgrad. So this is what happens. The point is, imagine this. and this is for all the DC and Marvel fans out there, Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark would be random industrialists had they not capitalized on the talent they had. You know, Batman and Iron Man are actually jugglers. And they're superheroes because they said, I have these many talents, I can be more than what I am already today. And trust me, it is not easy. Of course, it's always harder than it's going to sound right now. Being a juggler is not easy because during your performance, in the act of juggling, if one falls, your entire performance is going to get ruined. And that's why before taking it up, you need to be sure that, hey, I will be able to balance, because balance is key here and the ability to balance is extremely important. And that's where all the hustle and hard work lies. So instead of me just giving your speech, hoping that you guys will be motivated, let me tell you a map or a guideline on how to be a juggler. Scratch that, a successful juggler. Step 1, you need to create your own opportunities. Because trust me, gone are the days where somebody is going to give you an opportunity. You have to create your own. For example, when I was asked to launch YouTube for Zomato, I was doing it from a very strategic point of view because I was a brand manager. I was responsible to create the team, think of the strategy, what kind of content are we going to do, what kind of budgeting, finance, everything. But whilst doing that, I realized, hey, I am an actor. I talk, I'm a content creator, why can't I be the host as well of this new channel? And this is exactly what I did. While managing and leading YouTube at Zomato, I also became their host, which flourished immensely, and it was the only brand-led channel ever to see a 400% spike in 6 months, all because of the content. Second, you have to be able to organize your life. Because juggling, like I said, is an art of balance, which means time management. You want to be able to do everything without sacrificing on other. I know this is the point that we assume economics. In order to go ahead with one thing, you have to sacrifice another, but not in juggling. Imagine if there's a juggler tossing 3 things and one ball falls away and then he's just tossing 2 things. It's not cool enough. You need to be able to juggle all 3 things with absolute finesse. This is exactly what happened with me. I was doing my master's in the UK when I got a call from Imtiaz Ali's team to do a movie, for which I had to fly down in India and be in Kashmir for 2 whole months. But being a juggler, I took it up. I studied day in, day out in my uni. I prepared everything beforehand. Then I flew all the way to Kashmir with my books. After shoot at night, I would lock myself in my hotel room and study. I chose a research project that I'll be able to conduct within India. And sooner or later, amidst all the traveling, the shooting and studying, I submitted my research. I topped my class. I got distinction, as a result of which I was able to go to Oxford as well. A few months from now, my next web series is going to be releasing. And while shooting for that, I was doing my full-time job at Zomato. So in my vanity van, between shots during the weekends, I had my laptop with me all the time. I was on Zoom calls, and then the director would call and I'll rush out. So I was trying to manage and organize my life as much as possible. Point number 3, and this is extremely crucial. Do not think it's easy, because it's going to be very, very hard. Juggling is a hustle, but trust me, the reward is extremely, extremely rewarding and fulfilling. The point is that during the social media phase, you see other people's lives and you feel that it's all butterflies and it's so easy, but trust me, it's not. You have to work really, really hard, and sometimes you will be working in overdrive. During my shoot in Kashmir recently, this was around 6 months ago, there was a complete blackout. I was in a small town of Baramulla and there was no internet. Everything was shut down. There was no cellular data. Mobile phones were not working. And I was in the middle of a huge campaign happening back in my office for a project while I was shooting in Kashmir, of course. When this had happened, I was sitting throughout the day in my hotel lobby on the reception's landline, calling my friends and relatives back in Delhi, asking them to put me on conference with my colleagues in the office. Then later, next day, again blackout. I was knocking on strangers' doors in Kashmir, asking them if I can use their landline. I called my friend, asked him, please sign in, take my email ID, take my password, sign in my work email, and write emails. And I was just dictating emails left, right, and center. Yesterday itself, I had to write this TED talk. There were 4 brand shoots lined up for a social media collaboration. It was a working day. I was working, everything was happening. A project launch was also happening, and I had to give an audition. So this casting director was calling me, very pissed. If you don't want to do it, just let us know. I'm like, no, I'm sending my audition. So there will be days where you will be working on overdrive. But the thing is, juggling is not easy. And I really, really want you to remember that. But it's extremely rewarding, because when you know you've been managed to throw around those objects 5, 6, 7 and balance them perfectly, that content and that fulfillment, I can't tell you how it feels. I know right now you guys sitting here must be studying BBA, economics, wanting to become bankers, marketeers, chartered accountants. But I'm sure a lot of you are in your music society or WERV, your dramatic society, or debating music, etc. And the only thing stopping you from being a juggler, because you, my friend, are a potential juggler, is either the society or you yourself. And I really, really want to tell you, don't let that stop you. I want you to leave this auditorium today wanting to ace that exam, sit in that placement, get that dream job, become a top-notch banker if you may, but still perform in plays. Still make that dancing reel, still travel the world debating, MUNing, singing, but still be the most goddamn successful chartered accountant this world has ever seen. Because you can do it. I just want you to ponder on a thought once, that why excel in one thing when you can excel in everything? And I hope, just like every other juggler in this world, this juggler has been able to entertain you today. Thank you. Again, I'm so sorry I couldn't be there. Juggling ain't easy, but I couldn't sacrifice this for the world, so here I am. Have a great day, everyone.